Good afternoon, and welcome to the DFS Army YouTube channel. I'm Razzle11, and you can find me on X at Razzle11 Here to take a look at pitching for this evening. Was it the 24th of June? It is Wednesday. We do have a 7-game main slate this evening. I did kind of miss out on the earlier slate. It was only 4 games, though, so not a big deal. Pretty spread out day of baseball. I don't think we should have a whole lot to worry about from a weather standpoint. There could be some questionable spots overall, but I do not believe we're at too much risk. It looks like Minnesota and St. Louis do have some degree of weather concern. But I would guess that we're going to see games happen, I guess. A reminder that this is a first look at the pitching options on the slate. And I will be looking at DraftKings as that is where a majority of my action is. If you play on FanDuel, cut my pool in half or so. Pricing isn't quite as tight. You don't have to be as creative. It allows you to get stacks you want with an upper tier-ish pitcher. Now with all that said and done, overall, pitching on the slate, not great. At the top, there's intriguing options. At the bottom, there really isn't. This video shouldn't take very long, to be honest. Game by game wise, Houston, Toronto. Trey Savage, definitely somebody I'm utilizing. Bounced back a little bit from a fantasy point perspective in his last start. Had kind of a rough stretch there. The nice thing is he eliminated the walks. The walks have been a huge issue in his previous, basically 3 starts. Back into the mid-90s for pitch count. Obviously with Houston, there is some worry with the lineup. Anytime you have Jordan, that's a worry. Jeremy Pena is on fire. I think he's hitting 3rd tonight, which is kind of weird. But Savage hasn't been as strong at home. At least he's just been a little bit unlucky. His ERA doesn't really match like his WHIP and average against that much, considering he doesn't really give up home runs either. So there should be some positive regression for him and in his home numbers. But there might be some negative regression overall just because I'm not sure he's going to keep opponents under a 200 batting average. But on this slate, I think Savage has to be in play. Burrows has been getting hit by left-handed bats pretty hard. He's a guy that we've used a couple times. He's had a couple solid starts this season. I just don't think I'm getting there against Toronto. I like some Toronto bats. He is better on the road, so that does fit all right, but I think I'm going to stick with the Toronto side in that matchup. Next game, Milwaukee-Cincinnati, the pitchers duel series so far. Shane Drohan going to get elevated ownership just based off the way the Brewers pitching has dominated the Reds. Drohan hasn't really been all that dominant, has just one start above 16.6 fantasy points on the season. Actually, I don't even know if that was a start. Probably wasn't because he came in relief or did long relief because they only went 4 1/3 and he picked up the W. So we're seeing Cincinnati strike out a ton in this series so far. I'm kind of afraid to jump onto Drohan, who hasn't been all that sharp in this spot, but maybe we just have to ride with it. I don't know how heavy I want to go, but I will be utilizing him given the options on the slate. It doesn't feel great, but it makes sense. On the other side, Rhett Lauder. I don't think I'm getting to Lauder. 2 starts ago was pretty solid. 18 from your starter tonight, probably. I mean, there's a chance that 18 is SP2 territory tonight. The Brewers have struggled a bit offensively in the series too, but I just don't know that I want to get to Rhett Lauder. He's been pretty good in this ballpark so far this season, so that's not bad. So maybe he's just somebody that I have to debate a little bit. It doesn't feel right, but it might just happen this evening. Cubs, Mets, game 2 of the doubleheader. Shota, probably somebody I'm going to utilize. One run allowed in his last 2 starts. Can get into fly ball hell with home runs too. But this ballpark I think is solid enough for him. He has been better on the road this season. So I think we just have to use Shota. I mean, the Mets offense isn't all that dangerous. Lindor is supposed to return tonight, but I don't think they have Juan Soto. Manaea on the other side, I don't mind Manaea. I just don't think I'm getting there. Cubs offense is just rolling right now. They put up double-digit runs in game one. It might still be going on, but Manaea's been fine as a starter. I just don't know if I want to get there at 8K. That could be one of the decisions that kind of make or break tonight, really. So if Manaea shows up, based on the other options we really have, there is a route for him to be an SP2. Best pitching matches of the night, Ohtani and Joe Ryan. Definitely going to use Ohtani. Can't use him as a hitter, so might as well get his pitching stats. Minnesota's obviously been better than we'd expect from an offensive standpoint, but still, it's not like a guarantee that they're going to smash by any means. I like Ohtani against that lineup. The other side, Joe Ryan. I did write about him in my What Do We Win When We Win article. Kind of leave most of that to the members of DFS Army, but traditionally he's been at his best when pitching at home, which is where he's at tonight. It is a Dodger lineup that's obviously dangerous, but why not some Joe Ryan? Next game, Arizona, St. Louis. Mitch Bratt, I believe this is his major league debut. Yep. Was pretty good in the minors. Not a huge K guy, but that was also in the PCL. He might not be stretched out by the looks of it. Last start, just 48 pitches off the IL. Might be only like a 60 to 65 pitch guy, depending. I mean, those 48 pitches, he could have threw more in the bullpen. We don't really know. Minor league reporting on that, not necessarily the sharpest. I don't think we can use Bratt. He is just min-priced. Maybe, but I don't think we can limit ourselves like that. I think a lot has to go wrong for Bratt to probably be in play if he only throws 4 innings. Liberatore, not going to get there. He's kind of rough recently. Arizona just doesn't seem to strike out a whole lot against left-handed pitching. That's going to hurt because he does allow a lot of base runners. Whip of 1.56 on the season. It's kind of a rough number. He is better when at home, but still it's not that much better. So I just don't think we can get to pitching in that matchup. Atlanta, San Diego. We get pitchers who, don't rack up strikeouts or anything. Sears has really struggled recently in the minors at AAA, as you can see on the screen. An ERA over 11 and a whip over 2 means he's probably going to come up and absolutely dominate. But I'll live without playing him. Atlanta's offense a little weaker against left-handed pitching without Acuna, but still, I kind of expect there to be some runs in this matchup tonight. Martin Perez has been decent recently. I'm actually going to bank on San Diego showing up a little bit, but if you wanted to play Martin Perez, I would not blame you. Just 2 earned runs allowed over his last 2 starts. 2 or fewer in 4 out of his last 5. He's just not a huge K guy. This 10K outlier is wild. Every other performance is 5 or fewer. Extreme ground ball guy, but I'm kind of a big Manny and Tatis fan tonight, so I don't think I'm getting to Martin Perez. I wouldn't waste a ton of breath trying to argue you and to get you off of him. Last game of the slate, the A's and the Giants in San Francisco, in my favorite ballpark for pitching. The problem is Tyler Mahle is not one of my favorite type of pitchers. I am probably not going to get onto Mahle here. He only made 1 rehab start, walked 5 over 3 innings, threw 63 pitches. So I'm going to guess he's, in the 70 to 75 range. I don't think I'm getting to Tyler Mahle despite this ballpark. I actually sneakily like the A's a little bit, even though it is this ballpark. On the other side, I'm a big Gage Jump fan. I am all for Gage Jump. He's looked pretty good in most of his starts. Does have some struggles, obviously. Young pitchers definitely can. Should offer some K upside. Coming off of his last start with 107 pitches. Love to see that for a young arm. Getting an extra day of rest in there. Great ballpark for him. I definitely prefer left-handed pitching against San Francisco more so than right-handed pitching, but I think Gage Jump is probably, you know, my favorite pitcher on this particular slate. But there we have it. There's our first look at the pitching options on the slate. If you enjoy what it brings you, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, turn the notification bell, and get the alert anytime we drop videos here at TFS Army. If you want to join us, get access to our coaches, tools, sheets, Discord, etc., I will drop links in the description below. You can use promo code RAZ for 10% off any MLB package, or Best Ball 2026 will get you 20% off any NFL or VIP Core 4 membership. Core 4 does include baseball action. There will be a link to the merch store down below. You can check out my design and some of the other stuff we have going on. Hit the comments. Let me know what you're doing with a guy like Martin Perez. What are you thinking about the pitching matchup in between Milwaukee and Cincinnati? That the ballpark's so great for offense, but there's been very little offense in that series so far. So, like always, best of luck, everybody.